starts now.
Thanks for staying with us at 7:30. It's an important issue that we report on often, but it's something we don't discuss enough: child abuse. And we can all try to do something to stop it.
One thing we have to recognize is that some children don't even know that they're a victim of abuse. What they're enduring every day is their normal. And it's emotional abuse, it's neglect, it's sexual abuse. Abuse is not always bruises.
April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and tonight we're raising awareness on just how big this problem is. Now, take a look at these numbers from the Child Advocacy Center. It shows a stark reality. U.S. child welfare authorities look into the safety of more than 7.5 million kids each year. Out of those, 3.6 million cases of child abuses are reported or investigated. 33% of girls and 20% of boys are sexually abused before they reach 18. Abused and neglected children are 11 times more likely to engage in criminal behavior as an adult, and neglect, the most widespread form of child abuse, making up more than 59% of abuse cases.
There should be 0 cases of child abuse, right? We should have 0. But I think part of why we're seeing this increase in numbers is because people are becoming less and less afraid to report it.
Now, tomorrow, the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department plans to announce a new campaign aimed at raising awareness of child abuse in our area. CMPD says the new Crimes Against Children campaign will focus on child sex crimes. The department will be highlighting the importance of reporting these incidents. Data shows for every incident that's reported, an estimated 2 incidents go unreported. Officers say 90% of victims are abused by someone they know, and that's why many cases go unreported. And many wait until later in life, an average of 52 years old, before they report the abuse. The department released a video ahead of the announcement.
We investigate cases of felony sex assault, so whether it's rape, anything that's forced sexual assault on a child. We focus on the ages of 15 and under. This also includes sexual exploitation, so that can involve the possession of pornography. That can involve influencing someone online to send you messages that's underage.
I think the field is very difficult to work, and it can be very traumatizing, but it's also probably the most rewarding one.
So you may be at home wondering, what can I do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Every year during April, you'll start to see pinwheels everywhere. It's a symbol of child abuse and neglect prevention, symbolizing a stable, healthy, and protected childhood. On Thursday, Mecklenburg County leaders and many other groups will meet to plant those pinwheels across our area to spark a community conversation about the role everyone can play in protecting children.
Getting the message out there is the first step. The more we talk about it, the more we can raise awareness and lead to that prevention that we're hoping for.
On Thursday, you can get one of those pinwheels to start the prevention and conversation. We are told there will be enough for everyone. This is what you do. Meet at the Government Center at 10 a.m., and then everyone will walk over to the Mecklenburg County Courthouse to plant them. They encourage everyone to wear blue. For more ways to get involved, just go to mecforkids.org. Now, if you suspect a child is being abused in any way, you can report it anonymously by calling Crime Stoppers. That number is right there on your screen. You can also call 911 or Mecklenburg County Social Services. An important conversation to remember there.